What's up, guys, man? Before we start the episode, I definitely want to give a big shout out to Vic Rivera, aka Vic Monsta. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I definitely appreciate it every time, man. For any of you who don't know, definitely go check out his podcast, Beats, Breaks, Boombap, and Beyond every Monday morning. Or definitely check out a previous episode of somebody he has on. So definitely go check that out. I would really appreciate it. Get back to the show. Yeah, Vic. So thank you for coming back, man. I really appreciate it, bro. Somebody that's really doing a lot for the community. Since the last time you came on, I'm definitely glad you came back. You know, I definitely want you to talk about like the stuff you've been on since the last time you came to the
Sure,
podcast.
man.
Yeah.
Appreciate being on. I really do, man. I love this podcast. I checked out every episode, and you got like some cool people that I like. Like Mike Check and Chris and you've had Manny and Rodrigo. Like these are all people that do stuff in the community, and they all have really different points of views, man. I think they're all important. They're all cool. But man, since you and I last spoke, was it like in the beginning of the summertime?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, just I mean, these are just some of the things I wrote down. The what's it called? Dance class, art shows, Latin soul,
hmm
MF Doom, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, man. So since then, like I volunteer at the Ethnic Heritage Museum, which is on South Main and Morgan, and they give me the ability to do a few cool things here and there. I've only been there for a year, and we're still kind of like getting out of COVID, so I've been kind of playing with stuff to do. I don't want to go too crazy yet,
Yeah,
but I'm still wanting to be active. Next year, I'm definitely planning on doing more bigger things. But what I did this year, so September 15th through October 15th is what they consider Hispanic Heritage Month. So I brought back a show that I did in 2019, which was called We Got Land Soul, which is basically I hit up a bunch of artists from Rockford, all Latino artists, to just showcase their work, and we were open, for 3 weekends. During those 3 weekends, we had the art show. We were a part of art scene, and we also did um, the Latina Woman of the Year, which is something they used to do, very like continuously. They just kind of like taking breaks. So I brought that back, and I nominated a good friend of mine, Evangelina Jimenez. Who, man, she does some cool shit, man. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
honestly, probably have her down here one of these days. She has a store, the Indigo store, 333 East State Street. She does the Female Energy Art Show, which is huge. I went to the first few. I didn't make this last one, but I know it was massive, so it was cool to like acknowledge someone in the community like that. Um, and that's really one of the main things I was working on. And then right after that, the last like major project that I was working on to kind of wrap the year up was a MF Doom tribute show, which I wanted to do for a while. I just didn't, I just want to find the right space for it. So there's a space on. It's kind of like hidden space like that you saw. It's on the south side. It's right before Montague. I'm sorry. It's right before Morgan Street Bridge. There's a dead end street called Buchanan Street, and a friend of mine named Jesse has a building that he was renting, and he's currently purchasing it. And we had spoken before, we just never really got around to it. Then COVID happened, and then I reached out again. I'm like, hey, I want to do a show. What do you think? And he was all for it, dude. So I hit up again, man. Just put the word out. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. It's a concept show. So you reached out, Chris, Kelvin, Church, a bunch of homies, and there was a bunch of MF Doom art. I was playing music, and it was a good time, dude. Everyone had a good time. Jesse really liked it. Everyone that was there liked it, and we just had a good time, dude. And that's basically how I kind of wrapped up the year, man. Now I'm basically getting ready for next year, man. Just kind of putting some stuff out there and kind of pre-planning.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hell yeah, that's dope. Uh, yeah, the MF Doom thing. It was dope because the when I went to the space,
hmm
bro, that was really cool, man. It felt like low key, but like uh very unique. because I've never been to a place like that, and I don't know if a lot of people know about that spot.
No, no, it's a low key spot, but it won't be for much longer. Again, he took over like a little bit before or after COVID, so he couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of maintaining. But now, since he's basically opened the door to do events, he's open as a shop, and now he has people in there renting. So you'll definitely see a lot more stuff coming out of that place. It doesn't really have a collective name. His shop is called Tall Dry Toast Studio Arcade, and there's other people in there. But pretty soon the whole building will have a name, and that will be kind of the brand. And it'll be open more during the week. More special events. I know they're planning like a holiday type of um, not like kind of like a craft show. Like you can go in there and buy some stuff, like last minute Christmas gifts and stuff like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool, cool,
So yeah,
cool.
once that's out there, I put it out there, man. If whoever's interested in being a part of it, selling some whatever, just it's on just like a last minute Christmas shopping, unique stuff, stuff that that you can't get anywhere else, So just like a good way to like support and shop local.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, dude. Uh, I I also want to talk about like yeah, wait, well, how did you guys meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh no, of course, dude. He's just we. I would see him around,
Yeah.
like when I go to art shows or when I go to events. He's someone that I would see, and I would just kind of say hi to him. We never really spoke much. He's actually not from Rockford. He's from Florida,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, I'm not even sure how long he's been here. He's only been here a few years, but right,
Yeah,
we talked about this yesterday, right?
yeah, I was gonna say, bro, it's funny how we end up finding about how people want to do stuff here, but they're like from somewhere else,
Yeah,
or
dude. Yeah,
yeah,
he came here and he loves it here, and I mean, I thought he was from here, bro. I was gonna ask him
yeah.
like what high school he went to. He's like, man, I didn't go to school here. I think he like might have studied like he went to college. I think in DeKalb and
Okay.
NIU, but he didn't go to school here. So it's like, I felt like I knew him, but I was like, but I didn't,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we just kind of would just see each other here and there, and then I knew he had taken over the spot, and I was gonna reach out like around 2020, but it didn't work out. Not that it didn't work out, but just it wasn't gonna happen just because of COVID.
Yeah, man.
So
COVID really fucked
it it
everything
said
up.
everything. It just put everything on pause, basically.
Yeah,
So
yeah, bro.
once stuff got a little loose, I hit him up again, and he's been off for like the stuff that we want to do. And he was just down, man. So like he's one of those people that like just collaborating and working with him has been really cool.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Hell yeah. It. Well, I mean, yeah, because you're also working on a lot of stuff for 2020, right? Um, I definitely don't want to jump. I didn't want to jump into it too quick because we're like barely 8 minutes into
Oh
it.
shit, man, we're done. It's all good, man.
But I still got a bunch of questions.
Sure.
But since we are talking about the that what you want to call that, shop or
Like a collective.
collective?
Yeah.
Yeah. So since we're talking about the collective, man, I know you have a big podcast coming, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah,
No, yeah,
really.
I definitely want to talk about it, bro.
Mhm.
I definitely want to shed light on it because I shit you not, man. I'm definitely excited because I love podcasts.
Yeah.
I feel like you can learn a lot from either the community, well, depending on what you talk about, right?
Hmm.
You can either learn something about that person that's doing the podcast, or you can learn about the community,
Yeah.
depending on how he does it or what they do. But yeah, man, when I heard about that, I was definitely excited and relieved, man, because I shit you not. This is just my perspective, but since I did this, I felt like I have a lot of pressure on me because I don't know if I'm asking the people that do come on, like Mike Check, Chris Jeebus, yourself. I replayed our interview, right,
Mm-hmm.
dude? I was so fucking nervous,
Oh
bro.
no, man.
The first 5 minutes, bro, I think I hit you with 20 definitelys, 15 thank yous, and
uh,
a whole bunch of like
yeah, I definitely I get that, and it's
yeah.
cool, man. But it's all a learning process, bro. You gotta you gotta crawl before you walk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I personally I like watching this podcast.
Yeah, thank you,
Or
man.
I mean, I listen to it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mainly like when I'm driving, but I enjoy it, dude. And it's your perspective, and I like your perspective because you're not from here.
Yeah,
You're kind of barely breaking in,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're like you have a lot of questions, and you have like you're like learning as you're going, and someone who like not so much me, but maybe someone who doesn't know anything is in your same boat and probably wants to ask those same questions, and you're asking them for them. So I think that's cool, man, because you that's it's your perspective. It's kind of fresh.
Yeah,
Like me, for instance, what I'm trying to do um, is a different perspective because I've been here for
yeah,
my
yeah,
whole
yeah,
life,
yeah.
and a lot of the people that I'm going to be talking to, a lot of the topics that I'm going to be covering are things that are like I've been through, I've noticed, or that I want to know, that I've been wanting to know for the last 20 years. So my podcast is really going to be aimed towards like hip hop history
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like stuff that people have gone through,
Yeah.
and not just like again, being a part of this community here and being a part of the city. A lot of people, when they think of hip hop, it's like immediately the music,
Mm,
and which
mm.
is cool. It's obviously it's a big part of it, but
Yeah.
there's like way more. There's the graffiti, there's the DJing, there's the beat making, there's the
Breaking.
everything, bro.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah,
and I know like since I've done a little bit of everything, I know like all the b boys that people might not know, and they have really good stories. I know like really obscure graffiti artists that are really good, but they just didn't, they pursued other things,
yeah.
or they didn't really get like too big out there. I know a lot of DJs who are just scratch DJs. Like they don't mix, they don't do parties. They just scratch, and it's like
Mm.
those are interesting points of views, and I want to know what makes those people tick. I want to know why they do it. I want to know how it was in the '90s or even in the '80s. So that's really where I'm coming from with my podcast, and that's my point of view. And when Rick Monsta and I, who's been one of my friends for almost 20 years, he's been trying to do something. He's already doing something similar to that, but he wanted to find a space. I kind of wanted to find a space. We met Jesse, and he told me that he was getting the building, and that he has room in the back. And when he showed us, I'm like, oh shit, man! Like me and
Yeah.
Rick are looking for a spot. I brought Rick in like maybe a day later. We all talked and we all got like a good vibe from each other. And right away, he actually had money. He had it was this was last Sunday actually, dude.
Oh,
He
okay.
had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
he had a gig Saturday, so this was Halloween actually Sunday.
Yeah.
He had a gig Saturday, a Halloween party, so he had a bunch of cash on him because he was they were tipping him. So he's
Oh,
like
okay.
he busted out like all this money. He's like, boom, here's rent. So that was it, man. So we've been moving in, dude. We've been just putting in stuff. Just it's just a bunch of random like I got extra equipment. He got extra
Mm.
equipment, extra mics. I'm gonna have art. Right now, Doom Art's gonna be in there, and
Okay.
a lot of the people, a lot of the guests that I'm gonna be bringing in, and Rick's gonna be bringing in, they're all hip hop heads, dude. So they'll all really appreciate the art that's in there.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, dude, we're excited, man.
Hell yeah, man. That's really dope. Definitely shout out Rick
Yep.
Monsta. Yeah, yeah, man. Because I definitely watched well, not watch. I listened to his
Hmm.
podcast, man, and yeah, he's definitely a cool sounding person to be worth a work with, man. Because I don't know, man, his voice when I would listen to it, man, it was always chill, so I always like listening to it.
Yeah,
And
no, Rick's one of the most laid back dudes that you'll ever meet, and he has his podcast is called the Monster Mash Podcast, and he's gonna be bringing in local DJs, and now with our space, because him and I we know people like all over, so we're
yeah,
gonna be bringing in DJs from other cities. He also does a podcast with Buda Barrios called Oldies Forever,
yeah,
where they just talk about old school music and stuff. But yeah, man, Rick and I, dude, we've been DJing together for a long time. Like when we started DJing, dude, we were still using records.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
man, and man, we've been through some shit, man. We got stories, man. Like we got stories that like the last time I talked to him, I busted out a story that he totally forgot about. So and there's probably shit that he talks about or that he remembers that I don't remember. So like so again, like our perspective is just coming from like we just been around, dude, and that's just it. Like, that just is what it is. Like I'm not one of those dudes that is talking about like the old school's better. Not, like I don't
Mm,
give a shit. I just happen to be older. I just
yeah,
happen to live through. But now, we're using those experiences and those like I've had successes, dude. I've had major failures, like. But now we're like on the other side of that, and I'm comfortable talking about a lot of those things, and again getting putting out my points of views, getting other people's perspectives, people who are old school or people who are just coming in, like
yeah.
because it's an important point of view too.
Yeah, yeah, man, definitely. I really fucks with it, man. Yeah, and that's another thing too. You really don't see. Well, I mean, I don't. I really don't see a lot of people talking about failures.
Hmm.
And that's something I feel like I have a lot of. So I feel comfortable now.
Right.
Obviously before this year, I probably wouldn't have been
When you're
saying this.
going through it,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
but yeah, and obviously I have enough failures where I can be like, I don't want people to fall or go through my
Right.
failures.
And see, that's one of my things, dude. Like that's why I function how I function. Like if I see someone like for breaking, for instance, like I
Yeah,
taught myself, and I lost a lot of time, because I was doing stuff wrong for the longest time, right? And this is just an example.
yeah, yeah,
But if someone would have been like, "Hey, Vic, like you're doing this wrong, do it this way," then boom, like I could have moved on to the next move,
yeah.
So I spent a lot of time learning stuff the wrong way. So when I see somebody like doing anything and I see that it could be better or they're maybe doing it wrong, like hey man, do it this way. Okay, problem solved. Now they can move on. But sometimes people get stuck in these whatever it is, trying to learn a new craft or trying to master something. And it might be something simple, but they just don't have like the guidance or someone to just tell them, "Hey man, you're doing this wrong. Like this is how you do
Or
it."
the
Or just
experience,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So, and I'm a victim of that, bro. Because like I said, I'm self-taught in a lot of things I
yeah. Right.
know, and not saying that I'm not good or anything. Like I'm happy with everything I've accomplished.
What's up, guys? Are you guys tired of wearing plain old shirts? Yeah, me too. So to show some love to Grumpy Dog Graphics. All right, yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about, man. I feel so much comfortable wearing my own design, guys. This is something I created thanks to Grumpy Dog Graphics. Grumpy Dog Graphics, definitely go on Facebook and contact Chris Jeebus or just go to their page at Grumpy Dog Graphics.
Like I'm happy with everything I've accomplished, but just having the right guidance, I probably could have got better at a lot of things quicker. Cause
Yeah,
then man,
yeah.
when I was like 25, man, then like there was new breakers and they were faster and they caught up quicker because they had a guidance. And I was kind of like I was low key hating for him. And like, damn man, you guys are like it took me like a long time to get some
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
moves
yeah, yeah,
and then like I would teach someone something and boom, they just got it quick. And I was like, man, let's see, but we have the ability to like to pull people forward, man. But a lot of us, well, not me or not you, man, but a lot of people like will hold people back for like no reason and shit. So it's important to share those failures.
yeah, yeah. But do you, but do you also think, well, not holding people back, but like people not knowing about stuff. Like me, bro. Like I shit you not, bro. I feel like I would have been way ahead of my time if I didn't go through some bullshit. And shit you not just going through bullshit, but also not meeting the right people.
Right. Yeah. Then that's back like when I was breaking when I started DJing, like you just had to be at the right place at the right time.
And that's
And
hard.
yeah, and it is hard. And then on top of that, like I was shy myself. I'm not gonna go up to somebody and be like, hey man,
Battle
like
me,
like
right?
or teach me. Like
Oh,
like
okay,
it's
okay,
back in the
okay,
day,
yeah,
it's like you're like, hey man, can I have your phone number? It's like we're complete strangers. Like
yeah,
I'm not gonna give you my number. You call my
right.
house, because back you were calling your house. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
back then, and I mean, I don't know how far back it was for you, but like, I remember when we had a phone and we had a computer, we couldn't use
Both.
at the
Yeah.
same time,
Yeah.
and my
Yeah.
sisters were like computer heads because when we got our first computer, brother, like,
All over. Yeah,
yeah,
same
yeah,
here,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
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 yeah. But so that's why me personally, bro, like I like social media, but I feel like I use it for the right reasons. Like you never see me post personal drama. You never see me talk shit about people.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm always posting like
positive,
events,
yeah,
my events, other people's events, other people's podcasts, other people's projects, and hoping that someone sees it to connect,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because that's just the quickest way to do it, man. Like, I could hand out paper flyers all day, man, but people ain't really picking up flyers like how they used to, and it just is what it is, man. So,
yeah,
yeah, bro, like not meeting the right people or not being connected, it can really like hold you back, man. So again, like the social media, man, Instagram, Facebook, like if you use it correctly, like
yeah,
as a tool, then you can definitely accomplish and connect with the right people. So it drives me nuts, man, when I see people like it's one thing if you ask for advice, say, "Hey, I'm looking for a mechanic." Cool.
yeah, yeah,
Like, hey, I know a guy. I'll plug him up. Like this is my boy Jim. He fixes cars.
yeah, yeah.
But then people are like, they post drama and stuff that's like
A bunch of bullshit.
their own like stuff, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, I get it. We're all there. I got stuff. You got stuff. It's like I keep that, where it needs to stay. So yeah, when I'm posting stuff, it's mainly like to put information out
Helpful,
positive,
helpful
helpful,
information.
useful,
Yeah.
and trying to connect people, man. Like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have like did like half the shows, man. Because I always what I do is I just put it out there. Hey, I'm looking for artists for this, and people hit me up, or then people will say, will tag somebody or say, hey, like hit up this guy, yeah, and that's how it works, man. That's really like it's really an advantage that we should be taking. It's really a tool, man. We should be taking advantage of.
Yeah, that's true, man. Cause I shit you not, bro. When I go through Facebook, there's always some drama, bullshit, some depressing shit. Cause you know that shit that happened recently with Facebook, how
Hmm.
they try to show more negative than
Yeah,
positive. Well, yeah, shit like that, bro. And I feel like that fucks up the area you're in.
yeah,
Because if
yeah.
everybody's posting, like in Rockford, everybody's posting, oh, fuck that person, fuck this person, bro. More drama comes out of that, more bullshit. So I love it when like yourself and well, not I'm not gonna say that I've never posted bullshit. I have,
Sure.
you
Yeah, me
know.
too. When younger, yeah.
Yeah, when we're younger, right? And you really don't know until like you meet people like yourself
Mm.
and Chris Jeebus, fucking Jay Church.
Always posting cool shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Always posting cool shit. But bullshit does happen, so people,
Mm-hmm.
But who would you say is a good person to like check up on or follow for like local events around Rockford?
I mean,
I vote Vic.
I mean, definitely myself.
Yeah,
And not to. I mean, that's like a humble brag, dude. But I
yeah,
share everybody's stuff, bro. Like,
yeah.
and anyone that I know, like, I
But
try
but
to
but like you like out of everybody you funnel all the bullshit and just post the
important stuff,
yeah,
man.
the
Yeah.
the important stuff, events, like little promotions going on
Hmm.
and shit. You post that,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
people that I mess with, people that do stuff, like Chris, like
Yeah,
Twan,
another person.
Kelvin, collectives that I mess with, like 317, the Rockford Art Museum. Even right now at the Toast, we're gonna be doing stuff at Ethnic Heritage Museum.
But,
Next year we'll be doing more stuff.
but like for somebody like barely trying, like for somebody that's trying to get their foot in, you suggest following someone like yourself.
Yeah, man, me, I'm cool. Like again, like I'm like if you're bringing me the right energy, man, like how you did when I met you, like we met online.
Yeah,
You was like, man, you got talent, bro. You're cool. Like you should be out there.
yeah,
Like if you're bringing me that, then I'm more than happy to show you the doors because
yeah,
it does me no use. Like we've talked about this last time. If I got all the spots and I say, man, skip this dude. Like what am I gaining from you, bro? I'm not
mm,
gaining any money from you. I'm not losing any money from you. It's just like I'm shutting you down to all these opportunities. So like yeah, for me personally, if I know something that's going on, like if you make clay bowls and I know someone who has a clay bowl festival or something like that,
yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, hit up this dude, and that's that. And I don't lose anything. I don't gain any. Or I mean, I gain the friendship. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
But I don't lose anything by by not putting you on. So yeah, if anyone ever wants to reach out, man, I mean, if I have an answer, I'll give it to you,
Yeah.
and if I don't, I'll find somebody who does.
Huh?
And again, man, like it's an old school mentality. I think people like gatekeeping, like not just giving someone an opportunity or pointing them in the right direction. Like me, Ron, I don't give a shit, man. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and like people don't know that's going on. So if I can like connect that dot, bro, I'm cool, man. I'll go on with my, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't take any time or any effort for me.
Okay, that's cool, man. And I am sorry if I am directing a whole crowd towards you, bro.
Bring it, man. It's all good.
But like I said, man, and I don't know if I keep repeating myself, but like I was literally like I want to say I was in a cage, right? I was in a cage
Sure.
drawing, and like when you reached out or I reached out, and you brought me on, bro. Like I seen a whole door open,
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so I always tell people, if you definitely want to get in with Vic. Obviously I don't know too many people yet because I'm
Right.
slowly because actually man. There's times where I like I do feel like a culture vulture owner because I'm not from here.
Right.
You know.
Right. And I don't think you are though. I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
meeting people,
Yeah.
and that's the point though. Is the point is to network with people, and you kind of you make new friends that way. You make new collaborations. Like even like what this is a collab right here, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
you. See, I
Yeah.
mean that's dude that wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have gone out there and met. Is that you and
Yeah, but no, yeah, shout out Jay Church. He did the not Jay Church, fucking Jay Skrilla, man.
Skrilla? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I recognize his leathers,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, dude, that's what it's about, man. Meeting
It-
people and collaborating, and that's one of the reasons why, like for instance, art scene it's probably one of my favorite things in the community because it enables people to visit a bunch of places and just meet
Local
people.
places.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because a lot of times, man, you might not want to go somewhere because you're shy, and I get that, dude.
yeah,
I've been there,
yeah.
but with our scene, it kind of like you have all these options, and you really ain't got nothing to lose, man, because everything is free
And
and
friendly,
dude,
bro. Like I mean, this is just my perspective. I'm always talking about my
of course,
perspective.
man,
You know,
yeah,
I'm never talking about whole group, but you know, and me, I thought like everybody was gonna be like.
upscale type
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah, upscale, uptight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, everybody's friendly, bro.
Yeah,
The artists are always willing to talk to you, which is a big deal
yeah.
breaker, you know.
And that's where I was for a long time
Yeah,
too. I
yeah,
thought it was. I mean, to be 100%, bro, I thought it was just like rich white people who didn't want, oh, here comes some Mexicans, and then come to find out that like everyone's cool as shit. Like really, like no one cares what you are or who you are or whatever. It's kind of like if you're cool and you do art and you're willing to support
or
and
show love and
yeah,
shit.
dude,
Yeah.
and it's really cool, man. That's why I got involved with the arts council, just to know these things ahead of time, man, so I could start putting people on. Like I know the dates a little bit ahead of time, or like some locations, just to start like putting it out there, man. Because and it's also a great way to get your stuff out there for the first time. Like if you have maybe like three pieces,
Mhm.
like obviously you can't do a solo show with three pieces unless
Yeah,
they're like massive or something.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
can jump on the show with like 20 other people
Mhm.
and kind of not feel like
Pressured.
yeah, not feel pressure that you got a lot of stuff, not feel pressure that you don't have enough, like like the space is gonna
Yeah,
be too empty because it's like it's 20 people or whatever,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
great way to just get your foot in the door and meet people, man, and just change cards, change numbers, change Instagram, dude. It's just like it's just what it is, dude. It's cool.
Yeah. And how is it working with the art council, man?
Dark Council is cool. They've been around for a long time, and I mean it's just that's just one like stream of like networks,
Hmm.
amongst many. But they've probably been the longest running as far as I know in Rockford. Um, me and another older gentleman, Armando Cardenas, we're like the only like Mexicans on board. So it's
Okay.
like I kind of feel like I have to be a part of it to like really represent like us well. One day I hope it's like more. Maybe it'd be all Mexicans one day, and I could
Mm-hmm.
just fucking chill and leave.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
in
yeah.
the meantime, I'm there, and I get a little input, I get a little say on certain things. I have brought up some ideas that have kind of like gone through.
Hmm.
So it's cool, man. It's cool to collaborate with them. They're a lot smarter than I am when it comes to like the legal and the
Okay. Yeah.
grant stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
and getting funding, and that's the stuff that I want to learn, so
Yeah.
I can apply it to stuff that I want to do or that we can do more on like the community type of stuff, man. But it's cool, man. It's been really cool so far.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. That that there is Latin
Hmm.
in there because I feel like you can't really understand unless you got culture in it.
Of course, man. Yeah.
I get like I mean obviously if this sounds wrong I'll definitely cut it
No,
out.
you're good,
But
dude.
if you have a bunch of white people.
Yeah, dude, that's again, that's why I was never involved. I was never like, even like now, one of my favorite places, dude, is the Rockford Art Museum, and their main director, Carrie Johnson. She's cool as shit. But before I met her, I was like, man, this I'm what I don't got no point being there. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
And I've done stuff with her. I've done stuff with them that's very inclusive. Not too long ago, Kelvin
yeah,
had
yeah,
his show. Like
yeah,
she put him on. She said, we got a local guy. He's from Africa. He does a clothing brand, and dude, that shit was cool, man. It was dope
yeah,
as fuck. So
yeah. I really wanted to go, but I shit you not, man. I really don't got funding for like when there's events that like entry
yeah,
fee,
it was a fundraiser. That's why it was up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm always willing
Yeah.
to donate.
Hmm.
But the thing is, I'm only willing to donate art projects because I really don't have
Sure.
funding.
Yeah.
Like I don't got cash on hand
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Unless I sell pieces, and then that's
Right.
yeah,
Right. And that was a special event, man. But usually they do have a lot of free days.
yeah, yeah,
The cover is usually like $5, but that one's like you know, the Rockford Art Museum is not for profit, so they actually rely on sponsorships, and that's kind of one of those like that event
yeah,
for like in particular was kind of one of those high end
yeah, yeah.
like.
No, yeah, it looked beautiful,
So you
bro.
need that
Yeah,
you need to
yeah,
have those people there, and they pay the bill, man. But
yeah,
the
yeah,
rest of us get to enjoy it at a like reduced rate, man.
yeah.
So it just is what it is.
Yeah, and yeah, I used to work there, bro.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, when was it, bro? It was before I started working for Rockford, Chrysler Suppliers.
Okay.
Yeah, to build up a resume.
Oh nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was going through this program where they send you somewhere local or something.
Yeah.
You work and you're building a resume.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so I was doing the maintenance.
Oh really?
Yeah, 2016 or
Oh, that's
2015.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. And they told me that this is a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They
Hmm.
get donations. That's how they fix most of their stuff. They use recycled stuff or they use,
Yeah,
donations and
no,
stuff.
there's a lot of cool stuff going in there, but they do, they do have the high end people who really have the money
Yeah, yeah.
and whatever. But they do facilitate a lot of events that I feel have been very inclusive. One time I DJed an event there. There was an artist they brought in from Chicago named Cheryl Pope, and
Ooh.
she was actually a boxer.
Oh, really?
So, bro, they built a boxing ring in there, and they had a boxing mat. Like they had
Oh,
boxing
shit.
matches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
had
What the?
Rockford boxing, like where Fatherless
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
the club, the
yeah.
box that they had them come in, and
Oh,
they're all Mexican,
oh,
and they were
really?
like, man, this is the most like minorities we've had in here. It was Mexican and African American people, dude, and they were
Mm.
like, she's like, hey, the lady was like, play like just nothing but rap. I'm like, okay, like stuff like like all the cool shit, man, like Cypress Hill and NWA, but that's what she wanted.
Yeah,
She
okay.
wanted like I don't want like I want it to be like to feel real. Like don't
Mm.
play no like the radio. Like man, I don't have any of that shit anyways.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
but stuff like that, they they do make happen. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And as far as what you were doing there, that's something that I'm kind of like slowly been working on with the art council is starting a program or a like workshop to help people that are interested build up their resumes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like when like with the murals, for
yeah,
instance,
yeah.
which is a big deal, like how do you build up that resume? Like how do you present it? Because I was a part of some of the voting, and they send in a resume, bro, like a job resume.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you want a high paying job, you can't just say some random shit. You have to have a good resume, all your history, what you studied or what you've accomplished. Because
yeah.
not everyone is a student. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Stuck, he's just a graffiti artist, amazing graffiti artist. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like he has a bachelor's degree or this and that.
Yeah,
But he has an impressive resume.
yeah.
So just because, or completely different person, Jenny Eustick, she's a teacher, she's a professor. Like her resume looks different. You know what I mean?
Mm.
She has all that, but at the end of the day, it's like your experience and how you word it. So that's one thing we'd like to do is to help people from here build up their resume so they can just have it, not just for Rockford stuff, but you can present it anywhere else where they might be doing murals in Ohio or in wherever Kansas, and you say, "Well, here's my resume,"
Yeah.
but you would need help writing that, putting it together, and getting the experience.
Yeah, I feel like if you're like myself, if I wanted to do that, bro, I would have very big trouble
Hmm.
wording it because,
Yeah, dude. Shit, me too, man.
yeah, right, dude. Man, yeah.
One of my best friends is a school teacher at West, and anytime I do something that's like kind of that I put out there like official, I was
Yeah,
like, man, can you like read this for me? Make sure
yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
spelt out right, or make sure like I put a comma in the right place,
Mhm.
because it does say a lot, man. They might
Yeah,
say, man, this guy's a really good artist, but he's like dumb as
but
hell,
yeah, yeah. I mean, not trying to be bogus, but
It's the truth though.
yeah, that's the truth. People really look at it like that when I mean, you could tell a lot of you can tell a lot of intelligence by how somebody words something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it's important, man. Those are important things, and they're, hopefully we can run that, and I get someone like you on there. I know Rodrigo's been interested for a long
Yeah,
time,
man,
and
that's somebody who I would love to see do because when I had him on, we talked for a while, and that's something that he would really love to
yeah,
do. And bro, he has I see the ambition, passion, and I know he knows a little bit about how to get funding for it or
mhm.
how to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's taking the right steps, man,
yeah,
and I know
yeah,
he's probably not the only one. So now, I hope we can create a program or like a little like a workshop, like a 3 day, or to help people build a resume and kind of connect the dots, man, so they can have like something to present either when they do it here in Rockford again or other places, bro. There's a lot of places doing murals, man. It's crazy.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, dude.
not so long ago, I was coming back from I think I was in Madison, and I stopped in Janesville, Wisconsin, which is a small town. It's way smaller than Rockford,
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah,
mean their downtown is like it's like boom, like a minute, bro. They
yeah,
had a
yeah.
mural fest too,
Oh
man.
really?
Yeah, they had like man, maybe like 10 murals, but
Oh
they're
wow.
big though, dude. I was really surprised because man, you know how people say Rockford's behind. Janesville is to me is way more behind.
Wow, that's crazy though,
But
bro.
yeah, I was really impressed. Like they
Yeah.
had some very. If you're in Janesville, man, for like a day, a lot of the murals are downtown. It's a small downtown, bro. You can walk the whole thing, like huge murals.
Yeah, that's
It's
dope.
crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. My bad. Do you want something to drink? We're gonna head to the smoke room, bro, because it's about 35 minutes. You know.
All right, cool, man. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, we're back, guys. Here with Vic, man. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Vic, for
dude,
coming, man.
appreciate it, man. Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So we're talking about. Yeah. So wait. And how is it working with create creative?
Creative.
Is that the same thing or totally different?
Creative is the name of the festival, but it's a part of the RACVB, which is the Rockford Area Visitors Convention. Rockford Area Conventions Visitors Bureau, otherwise known as Go Rockford. And basically, their job is, in a nutshell, to do events and do things that bring people to Rockford. So one of their biggest events and what they're working on right now is they do Stroll on State Street,
Okay.
the big like Christmas like festival that's downtown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
The Christmas tree light.
yeah, all
Lighting.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So to be perfectly honest, bro, I don't know how I got involved. Like straight up, dude.
Yeah.
Like one day,
Yeah.
someone from over there hit me up,
Okay.
and I mean, I never like, bro. I'm not. To anyone who doesn't know me personally, I'm not really anybody like special as far as like I'm not a politician. I don't have like money like that. I don't own like my house is about it, but I just like I'm just involved, and so someone reached out to me and they're like, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know, it's cool, like do it," like straight up,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I'm
Yeah.
I'm with it,
Yeah.
like I guess like whatever you need from me, I'd love to see just murals, like
Yeah.
and like again, I don't get anything from it. It was just the satisfaction of seeing something, you know, um, all the buildings that they've painted, it's like I know for a fact a lot of them has been empty for 30 years
Mm.
plus, man. So it's like to see something built there, it's cool, Like I grew up seeing nothing but emptiness.
Yeah.
Now my $2, all they see is art everywhere, bro. So like imagine how their lives are gonna be in 20 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different. They're gonna go to places and be like, wow, there's no art here. Like that's crazy. Me, on the other hand, when I go to travel to breakdance and to DJ, be like, man, they got art everywhere. Like we got shit in Rockford.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's been cool. Again, man, with them, they know all the legal stuff, all the permits, and all that, and that's what I want to learn. I want to
Mm.
learn how to do that. So I'd like to do some more projects. Um, not as big, like those big walls. Like I mean, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of funding, and they can have all that. I
Mm.
really want to do small stuff, man. Like liquor stores and grocery stores and like tire shops and just small businesses, man. Like people hit me up all the time about like, yo, how can this happen? And I really don't know, man. It's like there's permits and there's like it's there's a lot of weird rules, but that's one of the reasons I'm involved because I want to learn all that so I
Mm.
can give people straight answers and I could say, all right, man, like let's get some money for this wall. I know a guy. You guys work it out, and boom, like I just made it. I just made the connection. But like I don't
Okay.
get. I don't care getting anything. I just want to see it, you know, like when I'm driving or when I'm riding my bike, bro. If I could just see murals and shit everywhere, like that's all I need,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's dope, man. Hell yeah, and I definitely like it, man. I definitely, well, not like it. I love it, bro. Cause I shit you not, man. I mean, I may be wrong. Again, definitely correct me. But Rockford, it has a lot of forest and a lot of empty buildings.
Yeah. Mhm.
So to see some buildings covered with art, beautiful art, very amazing, bro.
Oh, it's cool, man. And now, you know, I tell kids all the time, like my own, and I tell, you know, my nephews and or my nephew, my nieces, and anyone who has kids, when they say they want to be an artist, I'm like, man, like you can, because I know these people, you know, they make good money doing it. They get to travel, you know, like if you're looking to be an artist, like it's a job, it's possible. You know, if you want to be an artist just because it's fun, like you know, a stress reliever, that's also cool, man. Like knock it out. But you know, there's possibilities, man. Because for a lot of us, you know, really like they only pointed out like you know just work at a factory or some shit, and that's cool. Ain't no shame in that.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I got a
yeah.
normal ass job like that too, and whatever. I like it. But there's other things you can do too if you choose to be. You know what I mean? You can be an artist or you can be a doctor. They're both
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? One's not easier than the other.
Yeah, definitely not,
But
man.
I guess my point is like there's a lot of avenues you can take, and for the longest time, art at least from my perspective here, it was never like, okay, be a doctor, be a lawyer, work at a factory, construction, but not over here, not art, not music. But
Mhm.
like, you can, there's all those things are possibilities, man. You
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's
Well,
all work.
especially now, man, because back then it was hard,
Mm-hmm.
very hard. A lot of people. Well, I mean, it was hard before we had social media and internet, really, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously before that, you had to be there, right time, right
Right?
place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had to
'Cause-
know somebody who be like, oh, I know a guy who draws. He might be able to paint, but you know, it's like it's going on the whim, man, and yeah, now with social media and all that, it just makes it easier. And again, that's one reason why I really enjoy using social media. It's for the purpose of like networking. That's
yeah,
what it is, man.
yeah, that's dope, man. Um, I shit you not. Um, well, I mean, I didn't really like. I didn't never knew or until my girl, saw the first. Well, not the first, but like saw our podcast.
Hmm.
Uh, so you're in a group. I mean, obviously, if you can't answer it, it's cool. But yeah, man. So there's a crew. I know we're making a huge switch,
Oh
but
yeah,
like yeah,
yeah.
fucking. So there's a crew of monsters.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of us,
Bro,
man. Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that, bro. That's fucking cool, man. Hell
yeah.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I mean, Rick, you know, Rick Monsta.
Well, yeah. After she told me that, I was
Yeah,
like, huh. And then when you would tag, well, Rick Monster, I was
yeah,
like, there he is.
yeah. And then he got a brother named Rob. He
Yeah,
goes by Rob Monsta.
yeah, bro, that's dope.
But
Can I ask, like, is it a long time like collective
oh
a
yeah, no,
crew?
for sure, man. So like, you know, we all started b-boying. Like me, I started b-boying with Buddha Barrios because he's my neighbor, and Rick and Rob and a bunch of other kids. Like we all had different crews. Like we knew each other, but we weren't really like friends. We would just like we would see each other. It was like some gang shit, man. Like what's up? You want to battle?
Yeah, yeah.
But as we got older, you know, people kind of would quit, do other things, and we were like the last few of our groups. It was like maybe four different crews,
Okay.
and we all just started hanging out, started battling together. At the time, actually, like Rick and Rob and their crew, they had actually stopped breaking,
Oh,
and
okay.
me and two other of my friends, a dude named Stress and a dude named Danny, we were still competing. We were like traveling, and one day we took them to a battle. We're like, man, let's go to Chicago, and they were tripping out. Like they had never left Rockford to compete.
Mm.
So after that, you know, we started breaking together and battling together, and then we started doing events together. So the first event we did together was a breaking battle, and it was big, bro. It was a big turnout. And after that, you know, we started collaborating together more, and everyone started doing like different things. So like Buddha started taking photos. So it's like, all right, now we got someone to take photos for us. My boy Jamie, he actually like he works for like the news. He's a film like he records. So now
Okay,
we got
cool.
someone to record. You know, Rick, he's a DJ. My boy Ko, he's currently lives in Las Vegas. He was the one out of us who got really good at graffiti,
Oh,
and then he started doing graphic designs. So a lot of the logos that I have, or at least the better ones,
mm,
he did them.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you know, so we were a collective now. We're not really so much a breaking crew, like you know, really. I'm probably the only one who still like really practices,
Okay.
but we all do stuff, you know, together. and we all have different talents to bring. So again, man, if I do something and it's major and I need a DJ, I'll probably bring someone from out of town, and then I'll have Ricky. If I need a logo, I'll hit up KO. If I need someone to take photos, But dude, at some point we were really deep, man. We had like it was a shit load, man. Probably like 30 dudes.
Oh, really, dude?
Yeah,
That's dope. Hell yeah.
we were in Rockford, Milwaukee, Madison, Minneapolis, like Iowa,
Mm.
and yeah, we just had like the idea was to kind of start chapters everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
just kind of like it kind of like what's the word? I don't know, like imploded. It was just like too much.
Oh, okay.
And then everyone just started doing their own thing, man.
Yeah.
Like people, people start having families, people start doing careers. So, the core of us still kind of collaborate. Even like I said, even though we don't really battle or do stuff like that, we still collaborate on events. Um, we're working on stuff right now, kind of for next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, we've been the crew, man, since like man, probably like '06 or something like that.
Oh, dope, dope. Hell
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. When I heard about the crew of monsters, bro, I was like, oh shit, that's dope. I imagined right away that you guys were like big and you guys had chapters, and then like when
yeah,
something big happens, the group of monsters come.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, yeah. We would just, I mean, we started in Rockford, and then me, Jamie, and Ko, we moved to Madison,
yeah.
and dude, we were just always practicing. We just always practice, and then other people were like, "Man, you guys are just always sessioning." So like, man, can we get down with you guys? And it was just that simple, and people started like joining us. We started kind of teaching people like our methods and our views, and we just grew from there. And I mean, we're still friends with everybody, but again, like everyone's not as active as they used to be. In the core of us, we still collaborate and just try to like help each other out in like whatever ways we can. And that's even how when we started doing events, like everyone would bring something to the table. So like Ko, who was really like the first artist out of all of us, he started doing art shows. So I'd bring my turntables.
Mm.
Like, all right, you got a DJ, and Jamie, there was a few times he recorded, or someone would do. Everyone would bring something, So, and that's how we would help each other out.
Yeah, Kale's the one that made the 3D mask, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Right now, that's what he's on right now. He's doing 3D printing, and like he designs them online, like digital
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, with the program, and then they print. But dude, he's super talented, man. He's one of, like really one of the most talented artists I know, because I saw his progression. He started with graffiti, like stuff like that, leathers,
Mm.
and then he got into graphic design. So he would do the same thing, but only like digital.
Mm.
And then like I mean, he does like logos, and he could do like real legit like looking like business cards, and I know he's done like menus for restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because when you said that he's done some of your like designs and drawings and the
Hmm.
Monster Bash.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, bro. Yeah, that's
or
really
the
dope.
like the one like my profile,
Yeah,
my face, like that
yeah.
cartoon, like he did that.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, cool, dope. Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
he does. Was he KO1 on Instagram? I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a lot of crazy stuff, man. I actually have his first painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was gonna throw it away. And I was like, dude, like that's actually really dope, because
Yeah.
it was completely different out of his style. He was only doing graffiti at the time, and it's just like a prairie with like birds and butterflies. But
Okay.
I was like, I couldn't believe that he did that, because I was always used to seeing him do like the cartoon characters and like leathers like that. Like, bro, that's fucking sick, man. It's in my house right now.
Yeah, yeah, man. I definitely. Well, I mean, I try. I try to collect as much art as I can, but like I said, I don't got funding right
Yeah,
now.
sure,
So yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate everybody who gives me art. Like shout out my boy Aldo Sauce, Chris Barrios. We got Dre Skrilla, man. Because I told him, bro, I was like.
Hmm.
When Dre Skrilla was doing this, bro, I was like, yeah, man, I really don't got too much money, man. I'll just pay for the outline. You know, if
Hmm.
you can just outline something for me, I'll take it on the rest. And he was like, nah, man, I got you. Shit, man. So
And that
shout out, man.
no, no,
Shout
that's
out.
definitely, dude. That's kind of how I function, man. Like,
What's up, guys? I just want to show some love to my boy Jose Rose the Great. You definitely want to be the bag. Well, definitely got to wear it. Shop some NFTs, tote bags, or rugs at iamthebag.me. Definitely check him out. Check out his merchandise. Be the bag, wear the bag. Thank you so much.
who to charge if I have to charge them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if it's something where I'm like, you guys got money, like let's do
yeah,
it. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But usually, man, people I fuck with, dude, like it's just I trade, man. Like if sometimes people ask me DJ shit, I'm like, oh, just give me free shit. Like give me
Yeah,
some
yeah,
art or whatever, or
yeah.
hook it up sometime. I get it, like because I'm in the same boat. But if it's like if it's like a high end, like a company party, and I know they got money to throw around, it's like I'm gonna charge them the full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's important to know who like it's important to know who your people are and to help out when you can.
Yeah.
And when you there's opportunities to make money, make it.
Mm.
Shit, man. Fuck. If someone's gonna pay you a stack to do something, charge them. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's someone like me or you or some of these homies here, man, like we're all kind of just struggling to get our stuff out there, man. Collaborate, bro. Like like I said, me, I usually DJ at a rate or I just like free shit. Just
Mm.
simple as that.
Yeah, and yeah, man. I don't know if I touched. I know we talked about the my art show,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know if all I want to say, bro, is like I really appreciate you DJing for my art show.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
a good time,
yeah,
man. Yeah, no, I like I said, bro, I like what you do. I still like what you do, and I was really more like I was really more surprised that you hadn't been out or you hadn't really messed with anybody. And again, man, like not exposing you to the world. It's like kind of like damn, everyone is missing out. If they're not seeing your artwork, man. So, nah, I was happy to be a part of that, dude. That was a good time.
yeah, and yeah. The only reason why I keep thanking you for it is because the first day it wasn't all that,
Mm-hmm.
but the second day, for me, I don't know about you because you're there on your free self, and I don't know if like I wasn't sure like if I showed out enough.
No, I think you did a good job, dude. For your first show, a solo show, it's a big deal. And also, so that the thing with art scene, dude, it's cool to break in. It's a good way to break in, but
Yeah,
it's also you have to keep in mind that there's like 20 different shows going on.
yeah,
So that's why I like being a part of the art scene, but I also I keep my more I keep certain things like on off dates. Like the
okay,
MF Doom show, if I would have done it during art scene, I'm sure people would have came,
yeah,
but no one would have stayed.
oh, okay, yeah,
So that's why I did it. So art scene this year was October 1st and 2nd. The MF Doom show was October 23rd.
yeah,
And that's why I waited. So I knew that I would have more people and I'd have more people in attendance and more people able to participate as far as artists goes.
yeah.
So, but as far as your show went, dude, that was good, man. That was dope. You had a good showing for your first time, and I know a lot of people enjoyed themselves, man. So that was all you, man.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, man. It's just because that shit, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I wanted to do something new because obviously, to me, my perspective is like from seeing like stepping into the community,
Mhm.
bro. You see a lot of talented people,
Man, it's
man. So
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
so I felt like my art was very
Sure.
under.
Yeah, and
So
that's cool. It's good to see it that way. So now
yeah.
you know like what to do next.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
you have to have the first one, man. And that's anyone. If your first event, your first podcast, your first battle, your first gig, it's probably not gonna be pretty.
yeah,
And if it's decent, then you should be happy. But it gives you perspective on what to do, man. There's so many times I enter breaking battles, and I watch the video. I'm like, fuck, I should have did this, or I should have
yeah,
timed
yeah,
it
yeah,
out,
yeah,
or I should have slowed down, or I was too hyped, or I was, But dude, it's just it's how you learn, man. You have to have the first of anything. Um, like I mentioned, anytime I've ever done anything that it's like the first time, and I have to explain to people hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, even with the MF Doom show, like some people don't really understand what I was going for, and then when you're there, you see it, like oh shit, this is what it is. But
yeah, yeah.
the first of anything, dude, is never gonna be easy. It's probably never gonna like make your expectations,
Yeah, yeah,
but it just has to happen no matter what. It's like the first time you ride a bike, bro. You're in the fall,
yeah,
And
yeah,
if you're one of them lucky kids that just goes, and cool, man, good for you. But not everyone's gonna have that experience. Like me, shit, I felt like 10 times, 20 times before I got to ride my bike.
mm,
But you have to fall, man. You have to fail, dude.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
man. And uh, well, I mean, because that it was my first time, so like when you do anything first time, like you never want to fail or seem like you want to fail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the pressure, man. And a lot of times, not saying that you do fail, but you're gonna look back and be like, oh man, I should have did this,
yeah, yeah,
or I should have had that, or I should have, you're gonna start nitpicking, and not in a bad way, but you're gonna constructively criticize yourself, and just to make the next one better. You know what I mean? But again, man, you have to have the first one. You might say, man, I should have had like 20 pieces instead of 15, or I should have had them this big, or I should have did one concept or whatever, man. But they're all learning things, man, and they're all like it's just all essential things uh to grow.
Yeah, yeah, man. And actually, you do gotta have that like oh fuck I failed, you know.
To a
Some
degree.
yeah, but not yeah to a degree because
Yeah.
the first day like I said, I was like fuck man, I feel like I didn't go hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
I wasted Vic's time, I wasted the shop owner's time. Trevor, shout out Trevor. Fucking, but the second day, bro, like it all
It was
changed.
cool.
Yeah,
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 yeah. No, and like I said, I definitely didn't feel like it was a waste of time for me, man. I had a good time,
yeah.
and
Thank you, man.
like I said, everyone that came through was cool. And now, like now you have like now you personally have like like you have like an idea of what to do now to now get to the other side.
Hmm.
So I mean, since then, dude, like now you're doing the cans and shit. Like I mean, if you did something with just cans, bro, like
Yeah, yeah,
that'd be crazy. Cause I've never seen it here. I have seen people do stuff like manipulating cans and stuff.
yeah.
But man, if you did a show with like 100 cans or something, bro,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I definitely want to talk about 2022 coming up because yeah, man, I definitely have big plans for that
yeah,
as
dude,
well.
yeah, man, it's what's up, man. It's like we're like me personally, I'm winding down. The MF Doom show was kind of like my last. It was my last thing for the year, but it was also I kind of wanted to see where like we were at as a community. And sure enough, bro, like everyone that came through had a good ass time. People were already asking for like what's next. So
Dude, for real, bro. I was so mad when I left, right? When I found out fucking Michael Mike Chuck came to perform. I was like, "Oh
oh
my
yeah,
god, bro." Cuz the thing is like I want to go out as well, when I can to
yeah,
record people to
hmm
do performances so that way I can, uh edit it and like put it on when they come on.
right, yeah,
Like yourself,
yeah,
I'm gonna put videos of the heritage and
hmm
a little bit of the MF Doom. Well,
oh cool.
more of the MF Doom because I really don't got too much footage. But I was gonna do that. And I want to do that for everybody else that I
Oh yeah, for
meet.
sure, man. Yeah, no, and that was just organic, dude. Like we were drinking, and I
Yeah,
think Zen was like, "Hey, who got some mic?" And I think Jay Church had one in his fucking book bag, dude.
yeah, yeah,
So he just hooked up to the speaker and they just started rapping for a little bit, bro. And it was just on some chill shit, like, and
yeah, yeah.
it was fun, and everyone that was there like enjoyed it. And it's like there's not really too many like right now, at least there's not really too many platforms or stages for like hip hop music, especially like Zen and Mike Check and like Church and them. They're like their style is like I prefer it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's one of my more favorite styles, but it's not like the popular, not like the turn up type of style. So there's not a lot of places for it. Like I would consider them more like their type of music, bro. Is like you go see it like a concert.
Mm.
Other people's music, and I'm not knocking it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but it's just like it's more like on some party shit, and that's cool too.
yeah, yeah.
But for like some laid back, like freestyling type of chill, there's not too much platforms for it. So I'm glad that they were able to perform there. And actually, so at that spot, they've been doing a lot of cleaning, man. So they're actually gonna build a stage
Oh,
like where the bar was at,
yeah.
but to the left there was a bunch of like I don't know if you could remember, but there was a bunch
The
of like
clowns and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they got
Creepy
rid of
clown.
all of that, dude.
Oh, okay,
And it's
really?
like
Oh,
it was like I was like oh shit, there was way more room.
oh, wow.
So there's enough space for like a pretty decent stage
Okay,
for like something like what Xander Mike Check does. So
okay.
it's definitely coming, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, man. I love their music. Just shit you not, man, bro. Like, I'm just like, wow. I'm surprised they're not out
Sure, yeah.
more than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, dude. Well, I mean, well, you see some of the people that have been here, so and their music, man, and I love it, man. Oh yeah, especially Stone the Unknown,
Oh,
bro.
Stone's wild, dude.
Bro, like I was like, nah, this can't be, bro. But yeah, yeah, man,
And
yeah,
he's like completely like either doing the metal stuff or he's doing the hip hop stuff. And I've really only spoken to him a few times, but I don't know how I got a hold of his CD. I think he sent it to me. But I just like if anything, what caught my attention first was the art because it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like a little kid with like the robots and shit like that. Like
yeah,
man, I mean it's just imagination. So
yeah,
then I was really curious of what his rap was like. And it was really different, man. But it's like I like that shit though,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I
dude.
listen to all that really. I listen to the popular shit. I listen to turn up shit.
Yeah.
But also I like fucking weird shit, dude.
Yeah. Same here, bro. I mean, I listen to everything
Yeah.
and when I say everything, people probably assume like old school gangster,
Hmm.
everything gangster, right?
Right.
But the thing is, I get tired of that stuff. You know,
Right. Yeah. Like
I
switching it up.
yeah, I definitely love listening to techno. Shit, I should you not Tom Tom.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes like yeah, new wave and shit like that.
Well, I mean, because I'm old school. Well, not old school, but like I have old school parents.
Right.
Like my dad, he brings out the oldies. My
Yeah.
sisters, they brought out
Like freestyle and shit.
the house music.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
and as you can tell, that's way different.
Right. It's night and day, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
night and day, and
Mhm.
yeah, bro, and so I get tired of the gangster shit. Obviously, I will listen to like
Right. There's a
mainstream
time
music.
and place for
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
but
Oh
like,
yeah.
dude, shit that they're making, bro. Like, it's a new thing to me, and I definitely fuck with it, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Rockford. Like I tell a lot of people that Rockford is, and don't get me wrong, I love it here, but as far as like music and oftentimes culture, I would say it's like a top 40 city. So that's why me, like, I don't really, and not knocking anybody or nothing like that, but I don't really DJ any of the bars because they play what's current. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just really not my cup of tea. And
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. But there has been places where I can play that more like 90s stuff or like the obscure like the MF Doom type of those type of vibes. It's not often, but there has been moments,
Mm.
and there's doing that show, the MF Doom show really like reminded me that there's people who appreciate that and that there is a need for it because um there should just be a place for everybody. Like, if you're into the heavy metal, there's a heavy metal place. If you're into like fucking jazz, then there's a jazz place. If you're into techno, if you're into like the more indie rock and underground hip hop, you know what I mean? But I don't feel like there's enough places to accommodate all
Yeah, there
those.
definitely isn't, man.
So when you have the chance,
Yeah.
and again, like the MF Doom show really reminded me that there is a community of people that will fuck with that.
Yeah, and that shit was beautiful, man.
Mhm.
For real, like obviously, I'm not really from that scene, but from me doing it for the first time, bro, like I definitely fucked with it, man. That was definitely beautiful, man.
Man, it was a good time.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So speaking of all this, man, what is your future plans for 2022, or like a mission for 2022? You could say.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll be launching the studio space. We're having actually a soft opening or open house next Saturday, the 13th.
Mhm.
We're just setting stuff up. Stuff ain't really fully ready, but with the newspaper, that kind of that just happened, bro. Like, it's not. I promise you, I didn't reach out to nobody. It's
No
like it
shit,
just
really?
happened. Yeah.
Well, but at the same time, bro, you're a big. I shit you not. Obviously, correct me, but I feel like you're the fucking. You're on the Mount Rushmore
Oh
of
shit.
Rockford. That's me,
Sure.
bro. Like, I mean, I just call it how I
Right.
see it. I really don't know.
I'll take the compliment,
Okay, cool,
but
cool,
yeah,
cool.
but no, I appreciate it, honest.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I mean like it's just, bro, like I love the shit that I do. Just bringing people together, people like talented like you, and like now not just you. There's like other people
oh
like
yeah,
you
a
who I
lot.
see like collaborate, and it's like
Yeah.
that's cool, man. I love it. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be having an open house. So we're gonna be doing like we're gonna be doing several podcasts out of there, different topics. And Ricky has his. I have one or two that I'm gonna be doing. Um, we're gonna be so we've been working on a movie for the longest
Oh
time.
really?
Yeah,
Don't
a
don't.
documentary.
Yeah.
It's all recorded. It's all pretty much done. It's just needs to be edited, and
Okay.
that's the next thing. We actually already have the theater booked. What's going to be the Norloft Theater, which is like right next to Octane downtown.
Okay. Yeah.
It's already booked, but again, COVID just kind of threw a wrench in there.
Oh, yeah.
But it gave us the opportunity.
What up, guys? I definitely want to show some love to Jay Skrilla, putting on an art show January 8th, Letters at the Texas Lounge, right there on South Main. There'll be a bunch of good writers showing some of their art. Check it out. January 8th, art show by Jay Skrilla called Letters, right there on South Main, right there at Texas Lounge. Go and stop by and show some love. I would really appreciate it. Until then, let's get back to the show. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do a quick battery change, but yeah, Vic, man.
But yeah, so yeah, we're working on a movie, a documentary about Rockford breaking. We interviewed like, man, probably like 30
Oh
people,
shit.
and
Yeah.
me, I have a lot. I have a lot of. I have a huge collection of local videos, so that's what we're working on. And also we're gonna be bringing back a breaking battle that I used to do. I took a break from doing it, but
Mm.
hopefully we actually have a meeting with a venue on Thursday, so hopefully we'll bring that back. It'll be big. It'll be like probably one of the bigger events we've done. And that's kind of like it's moving. You know what I mean? So I don't have any dates or anything like that yet, but that's where my focus is, and doing more stuff with the Heritage Museum.
Mm.
I want to do more stuff outside, like have some more like live music type of stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's really well, it's I mean, I never seen it before, but it's definitely beautiful now. Now that they built the gazebo.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and they built it like around COVID, so they never really got a chance to use it. Um, and then this summer, just everyone was just kind of back and forth with the rules. Really, the only event I did there was the Woman of the Year,
Mm.
which turned out really cool, I think. And that was also it was me trying to see how it looks and how it worked out, and like because we had the food truck and I set up all those chairs and I had the guys playing music, so I kind of want to see what it looked like, what it sounded like. So hopefully next year I'll be able to bring in just some more music. I want to do like maybe some Sunday afternoon or Saturday type of chill, free kind of come with the family type of shit, man. So,
Mm.
and on top of that, man, just trying to collaborate with other artists, man, do shows here and there and just have fun, man.
That's dope, man. And I keep forgetting to ask you, but yeah, what is the podcast called?
The podcast is called Breaks, Beats, Boom Bap, and Beyond, and that's gonna be like kind of the stuff I'm gonna be talking about, like just hip hop, basically in Rockford. And yeah, man, like I said, I actually came up with that name a long time ago, and I was gonna actually do the podcast. Like I bought a bunch of shit, dude,
Yeah.
like around 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
my mics and everything, and I was like, man, I don't know, it just wasn't ready yet. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I just put it like on the side for a little bit, and good thing, because then everything kind of chilled, got weird for a second there. But now, we got a spot, and a lot of people interested. So that's what I'll be, doing, weekly, out of the collective space we're at.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's dope, man. Hell yeah! Like I said, man, I definitely can't wait because you definitely, yeah, man. Like you're like a tree in Rockford with a bunch of roots that go everywhere.
Sure.
So, man, I know it's definitely gonna be a blast. So I definitely can't wait. Um, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, if you can, like, is there somebody? Do you know your first guest? Wait. How long is it like till it actually starts? If you don't mind.
Man, hopefully we can have it like before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, we're moving stuff in. I was there yesterday. I was there during the week, just kind of bringing stuff in. Nothing's connected yet. I was hanging up some art pieces. Um, but my first guess is gonna be Chris Jeebus, and
Okay.
no, I ain't gotta tell him. But I had told him a long time ago, like if I ever have a first guest, I want it to be you. And there's a lot of people that I know that I have questions to ask them,
Yeah.
but I've never asked them in person because I
Okay.
wanted to wait for the platform.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's some things like for him, for instance, there's a lot of questions that I want to ask him, and like Mike Check, for instance, he's another person who I'd like to bring on
Oh yeah,
because
bro. Dude, I feel like we didn't even touch
dude,
a lot of
that
bases.
dude has a lot of history,
Yes.
and I have a lot of questions for him that I have never asked him in person because
Yeah.
I knew one day I was gonna have like either I was, I'd always had the idea like want to do a podcast or maybe like a type of TV like
Yeah.
a YouTube show, but for me personally, since I like mainly listen to him,
Yeah.
I thought the podcast would be better. Um, so yeah, man, there's a lot of people who I have questions for, and the first guest will more than likely be Chris.
Yeah. This stuff, the question I asked you is not really gonna be on the Facebook trailer I'd be
Okay.
doing. Yes, and this episode might not air till like 2 weeks or more.
Oh, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah. I asked that question just because. if you're gonna still need more time, like a month from now, shit changes.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're shooting for like 2 weeks, hopefully. Once we get everything moved in and kind of set in place, and we could see what we need, cables and like electric cables and sound cables. But hopefully, like I said, when the newspaper thing happened, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to like promote like something. So I was like, man, let's just say we're gonna have an open house. Because I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that is not done in our space and in everyone's spaces. But it's just I didn't want to miss the opportunity. So if you go like stuff will be set up, but not like 100% ready, man. I'd say we're gonna be like 75 at best.
Okay, that's dope though, man. Hell yeah, man. I I really appreciate you coming on because we are at that hour and 10 minutes. It well, yeah, man. So if you can tell us where can we reach you, where can we reach this podcast coming, and yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Just follow me on Instagram. It's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Vic Monsta on Instagram. Vic Rivera on Facebook. The podcast will be everywhere where podcasts are streamed. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Um, it'll all be out there, and it's gonna be several. Breaks, beats, boom, bap, and beyond will be on there. The Monster Mash podcast with Rick Monsta, Oldies Forever, Rick, and Buddha Barrios, and there'll be a lot of things coming out of that place. Not just podcasts, but streams and interviews with a lot of different people, and we just got a lot of stuff we're gonna put out there, a lot of information and advice we're gonna be giving, people, and just connecting those bridges, man. So yeah, find me at Vic Monster on Instagram, man. It's like the best way to get a hold of me.
Oh yeah, man. So I don't know if you watched till the whole end of every podcast, bro, but I got to draw for every guest. You know, I didn't draw too much, bro, because yeah, just been through some shit. But yeah.
Good, man.
So I made your daughter a
Oh,
coaster.
cool,
I
man.
made you a coaster,
Hell yeah,
and
that's
then
dope.
so
Yeah, it's
okay,
really
yeah,
good, man. These are like different letters for you, I think.
yeah.
Feels like it.
Yeah, so I think yeah, these are for your daughter, you, and then I know your daughter be drawing a little bit, bro. These are
Yeah.
some blank stickers if she wants to do her
Oh,
own.
cool, man. That's
Yeah.
super cool. Yeah, they should love that. She got paint markers and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope, man. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, man. Bro. If there's one thing I definitely want to leave behind, like if I ever am gone, but I always tell the I always call kids shorties because
Sure. Yeah.
because I was always called a shorty, so that's always in my mind.
Yeah.
But I always want to leave the kids, the shorties, fucking, like you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely, dude. It's important. It's important to like convey that message and continue to tell the next generation that like they can do better than us.
They can do better, but they can't let popularity or negative influence guide them
Right. Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
that can take a dark turn, and then when they do want to turn their life around, it's going to be way harder than
Right.
when they first started.
Yeah.
'Cause like myself, man, like I didn't really have I had some guidance, right? But I didn't really have guidance all the way. I mean, it's also my fault, right? I
Sure.
should have been paying more attention. But like as a young kid, you really don't know until you're already in your
Right.
fucking 30s and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man, I fucked up. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I always want to leave a message that you can always do better.
Yeah.
Definitely don't don't do what I do. Do better.
Hmm.
Don't try to be like me. Be better. That's when people be like, man, I'm trying to be like you. Don't be like me. Never be like me, bro. Like I don't even know how to explain, but be better.
Fair
Yeah,
enough. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
You can always accomplish whatever you want, and just you got to keep on working, man. Shit like don't happen overnight.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got to work, and you got to maintain positive and don't let people tell you what you can't do because like you legit can do whatever, man. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit, look, bro. Like, I didn't think I would be doing this, but I mean, look at me now, and then you also got to look at all the positivity I'm getting from the people like yourself that come on, and then I'll be like, bro, I fuck with this, man. Like, you're doing something,
right, that's cool. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Like it's very empowering, bro. Like, and to tell you the truth, bro, I didn't really. At first, I did this just to show light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I was like, man, I kind of just want to bring artists so they can look at my stuff.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah.
bro, like when an artist comes down, they're like, whoa, you
Yeah, they
know,
see all your stuff and
that motivates me. Like, man,
right.
I got something. You know,
Yeah, no, it's good, dude. Like good energy, like giving out good energy brings back good energy, bro. And
yeah.
it's like it's a good cycle, and it's like it's motivating and gets you hyped, and it's good, bro. Like, and if that's helping you out, and other people get that same energy when they leave, and that's fuck, man, keep it up.
Yeah, and hearing about people's passions, bro, like that gives me energy as well, you
Mm,
know. And I really don't care about views because there's times where people are like, you know, like, what do you need to come on the podcast? You know, I got a big following. I don't care about the following. I At first I did care about the views. I'm not gonna say I never did, but
mm,
I did.
right,
But now that I'm doing this podcast, bro, I just care if people listen to what the person got to say,
right,
and if the questions I ask are you know questions that people will be like, oh, I didn't know that,
right.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you know, it's very empowering doing this podcast, man. So you know, I definitely can't wait what it does with you, you know, because you know things change, man. Like you seen when you first came here, it was different. Now
Right,
it's
right.
what it
Yeah,
is
hell
now,
yeah,
man.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what's up, man. That's dope.
And I hope I wasn't boring you with that,
Nah,
but
you're
yeah.
good, dude. It's all good, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, thank you again for coming, man. I really
Oh, dude, me
appreciate
too,
it.
man. Appreciate it. It was
Yeah,
a good time.
yeah, man. I definitely got some things I want to talk to you off camera.
All right, cool. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But for everybody watching this far, man, I thank you for watching. Definitely continue to support Rockford and everybody around Rockford, any artists with talent and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned and stay safe.
All right, man. Peace.
Mm.